Like and subscribe and click the bell icon to get new video updates.
Elon Musk says he has $63.6 billion in financing to buy Twitter. Elon Musk says he has lined up $46.5 billion $63.6 billion in financing to buy Twitter, putting pressure on the company's board to negotiate a deal. Last week, Mr. Musk announced an offer to buy the social media platform for $54.20 per share, or about $43 billion. At the time, he did not say how he would finance the acquisition. Where is the money coming from? The Tesla CEO said on Thursday in documents filed with U.S. securities regulators that the money would come from Morgan Stanley and other banks, some of it secured by his huge stake in the electric car maker. Twitter has yet to formally respond to Mr. Musk's offer, but the company has enacted an anti-takeover measure known as a poison pill that could make a takeover attempt prohibitively expensive. The company said in a statement on Thursday that it received Mr. Musk's updated proposal and new information on potential financing, and said its board is committed to conducting a careful, comprehensive and deliberate review. Read more. Mr. Musk, who owns about 9% of Twitter shares, indicated he is exploring what is known as a tender offer, in which he would try to get other shareholders to pledge their stock to him at a certain price on a certain date, bypassing the board. If enough shareholders agree, Mr. Musk could use that as leverage to get the board to drop its poison pill defense against his offer of $54.20 per share. But Mr. Musk has not decided yet whether to do that. The poison pill could significantly raise the costs of a takeover. What is a poison pill? If someone acquires a 15% stake in the company, it would trigger a huge payout to shareholders that could bankrupt Twitter. Other banks involved in Mr. Musk's financing include Barclays, Bank of America, Société Générale, Mizuho Bank, BNP Paribas and MUFG. Morgan Stanley is one of Twitter's biggest shareholders, behind Vanguard Group and Mr. Musk. Mr. Musk's documents say that $13 billion in financing came from Morgan Stanley and the other banks. As much as $12.5 billion would be loans secured by Mr. Musk's Tesla stock, and he also committed $21 billion in direct or indirect equity, although he did not disclose the source of those funds. Read more. The filing says the equity commitment could be reduced by contributions from others or additional debt taken on. Mr. Musk is the world's wealthiest person, according to Forbes, with a nearly $279 billion fortune. But much of his money is tied up in Tesla stock. He owns about 17% of the company, which is valued at more than $1 trillion, and SpaceX, his privately held space company. It is unclear how much cash Mr. Musk has. Tesla allows executive officers to use shares as collateral for loans, but limits the borrowing to 25% of the value of the pledged shares. Mr. Musk owns 172.6 million shares worth $176.47 billion. Just over 51% of his stake already is pledged as collateral, according to a Tesla proxy statement. That means Musk could use the remaining stake to borrow about $21.5 billion. Seriousness of purpose. Musk's latest move shows him ratcheting up the seriousness of purpose by lining up prominent banks that could finance his bid, said Donna Hitcherick, a finance professor at Columbia University. These are the usual suspects if you get financing, she said. But certainly it is pointing to the direction that he could make good on his thoughts were he to proceed in launching the tender offer. Shares of Twitter rose slightly to $47.04 in Thursday trading after the financing became public. The shares are trading $7.16 below Mr. Musk's offer. The market is waiting for this to come to a head, and for competing bidders to come forward, said Olaf Groth, a business professor at the University of California, Berkeley. The revelation of Mr. Musk's prominent financial backers was mildly surprising to Professor Groth because a lot of his wealth is tied to Tesla performance, and Tesla has been on the volatile side of stock performance. On the other hand, Tesla reported strong quarterly results this week, and Mr. Musk is viewed as coming through on things. That may be part of it, Professor Groth said. Mr. Musk is seeking to negotiate a definitive agreement for the acquisition of Twitter, and is prepared to begin such negotiations immediately, the documents filed with securities regulators say. Mr. Musk in recent weeks has voiced a number of proposed policy changes at Twitter, from relaxing its content restrictions, such as the rules that suspended former President Donald Trump's account, to ridding the platform of its problems with fake and automated accounts. If our Twitter bid succeeds, we will defeat the spam bots or die trying. He tweeted on Thursday. Once competing bids surface, Twitter's board can look not just at the financial terms but what